wrestling fans around the world, I hate to say this, but it's your former WCC champion. Former WCC champion. Damn, that shit tastes nasty the way I say that. But to my left or to my right, ladies and gentlemen, the brand new World Heavyweight Champion, Brian Jones.
What?
And of course, the other brand new champion, Mr. Brandon Dooling.
Well, tied for the belt technically, but yeah.
Yeah, but still. At least you can't say like me, former world WCC champion,
Dude, you're treating that like you just had a freaking hangover or something.
That's true, man. That bad. But hey, forget about that. Let's talk about business. The one, the only TNA recipe going down tonight. Gentlemen, let's start it off. Samoa Joe going one-on-one with the massive British Army Magnus.
A.K.A. the Mag Daddy, as he sometimes calls himself. But anyway.
Awesome match tonight. Samoa Joe going one-on-one against Magnus. Red, what you think about this match?
Yeah, it was a good match until the end of it.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, I was wow, really?
I gotta admit, this match could have gone a little longer, but for some weird reason they were pushing this match a little too quick. But I don't know, man. We're gonna say Dilly?
No. Go ahead. Just clear my throat real quick.
I don't know, but I'm gonna have to say, Samoa Joe did cut a good ass promo after that match.
Finally, he's gonna use it. He's gonna use it, right? I mean, right. I know where you're kind of going with this.
Right? He finally used it. Joe is gonna kill you. I was like, wow.
Exactly.
About damn time we get that Joe back. That's the Joe that I've been waiting to see.
Exactly.
It's a Joe that.
Go ahead, do it.
It's a Joe, or go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. What I was gonna say was, it's a Joe that even while he's the television champion, he still looks somewhat vulnerable. But if we're talking about the Joe back in the old days of TNA, if we're talking about that Joe, then yeah, I'm all for it. This is also a Joe that we didn't see pretty much all of last year, especially during the Bound for Glory Series last year, because I mean, you want to talk about jobber, 2011 jobber in the dictionary, I hate to say it, but Joe's picture has got to be in front of that word in the jobber dictionary for 2011, as much as I hate to say it, because they were jobbing him out to everybody. I mean, everybody.
Well, here's the thing. Why? I mean, you got to remember, this guy opened his mouth. He couldn't stay fucking quiet. He got in trouble. He got punished. Simple as that.
Right.
That's true. But now we're seeing him slowly coming back.
TNA not the only one to do it. The company up north does that shit too. You open your mouth and say the wrong shit, you're gonna get punished.
Exactly.
Even if some wrong shit really is happening, you'll still get punished for it. So
it's like they don't like being called on their own shit. So hey, they's like, you're gonna open your mouth to call us on our own shit and embarrass us. Well, all right, guess what? You're for the job.
Hey, that's what happened to Christian. That's what happened to Jeff Hardy. They both left the company. They came back. They got punished. Over at that other company.
And you can look at Gail Kim if she went back to WWE after she left for TNA in the first place,
Exactly.
So look at her example.
Awesome fucking match, Joe versus Magnus. But moving on. This was probably one of the most interesting, concepts of the night. Cass and Daniels comes down the ring, all right? They come down the ring, and it seems like they're going to call out Hernandez and Chavo, right? But what do? They end up calling Willie Urbina and good old Hector Guerrero. Are you serious?
Right.
Al, you were pissed about this, weren't you?
Then, knowing Hector's a Guerrero, he wasn't going to back down. He was going to get in that ring.
Actually, it was very entertaining. It didn't piss me off at all. This shit was very entertaining because for the first time ever, and I'm really happy for TNA on this one. I could honestly say something positive about TNA. TNA actually let them ad-lib it. You could easily tell they were just like, they had an open mic and they're like, go, just get them. Just get these fools. Kaz was fucking funny on the mic. That was priceless. Willie Urbina's
they're
face,
good on the mic.
Priceless.
You gotta give them that.
Yeah. These guys tore it up tonight on a promo scene.
On a night where, now I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but if I'm not mistaken, is it true that they are wearing the black and orange again this night?
Yeah.
Okay, just asking about that. That's my fact for me.
But yeah, man. I mean, seriously, this whole promo was really interesting. I'm really happy for TNA taking the ball a little higher than ever on this one. I mean, Brian, seriously, did you see this coming?
No, I didn't.
Who do you think they were going to call out?
At first, I didn't know who they were going to call out, but then when they said like, somebody from, Prestige Wrestling family, I'm like, I know they're not finna call out Chavo. So when they said that, I was like, they finna call out Hector because he's the only other Guerrero there from the family. I was like, they finna call out the announcers. Oh, you serious? I didn't figure it out until he said that, and I'm like, okay, I know they're not finna call out Chavo and them now because I'm like too early.
Right. Shout outs to Willie Urbina taking a slap to the face. That was awesome.
Yeah, he took that good.
He took a shot. I was like, wow. I didn't think he was being down enough to do that. It was like a half chop to the face, half shove.
Ouch. Hey, Daniel Bilzerian's pans were strong tonight, weren't they?
Yes. Moving on, Zima Ion going 1-1 against Christian York in a gut check challenge. Christian York happens to be probably one of the first guys to appear on TNA. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there during their I think he was on. Didn't they say he was on there during their very first show? If I'm not mistaken.
But did you see it though? That's the thing.
Oh, yes, I was watching the match, and I gotta say that was a hell of an impressive match by both men. I was thoroughly impressed by both men. I already thought Zima Ion was good in the ring, but I'll tell you what, he stepped up, and I want to see more of Christian York, and I hope that he gets the yes. I hope that they let him get a contract.
I'll be honest. I never saw this match. His first match in TNA. I did not start watching TNA till about a good 2-3 years ago. But yeah, Christian York was very impressive tonight. What do you think about him, Ryder?
Man, I've always liked Christian York. For anybody that has never seen his matches, go look him up on YouTube. I mean, the dude's awesome. I mean, I don't know why TNA didn't keep him the first time around that he was there. If y'all people that don't know, he used to be the tag team with Joey Matthews, a.k.a. Joey Mercury.
See, I didn't even know that either. Wow.
And for whatever reason, they decided not to keep him.
Yeah, that little clip that they showed with TNA, you didn't notice Joey Mercury standing behind him when they came out?
You know what? I didn't recognize him either.
Yeah, that was Joey. That was him.
Shit.
Yeah, both of them were tag team.
I wonder why that company from up north never decided to take both of them.
I know, because I was like, dude, how you gonna pass up on Christian York?
All right. Zima ended up taking the win on this one. York ended up taking a loss. From what it seems like, I think Christian York does have an awesome chance of being the next member of TNA. This match was a gut check challenge. Like I said, Christian York ended up taking a loss to Zima Ion, Mr. Hairspray Boy, but
he is a former X Division champion, so I mean, it's not like Alex Silva losing to friggin' Robbie E. It's not like that.
That's true. But then again, It is Ian. But, yeah, Christian York ended up taking a loss on that one. Up next, ODB going 1-1 against Jesse and Mr. Hollywood, but hated it. Next.
Right.
Spectacular, as he calls himself.
Up next, the World Heavyweight Champion, Jeff Hardy, going 1-1 with Brandon Doolin's favorite guy, Robbie E.
Poor man Zack Ryder. He's not my favorite.
Jeff Hardy ended up taking out Robbie E. out with a swanton bomb. This match was basically set up by Austin Aries. They were talking shit in the back, saying, hey, you know what, I got something for you. Austin Aries went to the back, told Robbie E., hey, you know what, do me a favor.
Mr. 5 points with his freaking count-out victory. Bullshit.
Brandon, a little tense tonight. What's going on?
No, it's just the fact that the poor man Zack Ryder wants to go, yeah, when I beat Jeff Hardy by 5 points, you greased up dipshit. Go back to Jersey Shore and go back to being the stunt double for Mike the Situation.
Wow.
See,
he said it, not me.
See, I think Austin's whole thing was he was trying to get old Hardy softened up for their match next Sunday.
Right.
And it backfired on his ass.
Big time. And Robbie too, with his not even his sweater can hold it, can hide the steroids leaking out of his muscles.
Doolin, don't lie. You know you have a cardigan sweater in the background.
Please.
No,
I'm not wearing those hideous colors. Forget it. I mean, no. You know what it looks like? It looks like a freaking hazmat spill that he's wearing on his chest.
I said it last week and I said it this week. That dude has become so irrelevant, so bad. I was just like, oh my god.
And this is the dude that was on the TNA Sacrifice poster this year, and he's irrelevant.
Mm.
I'm like, this is a dude that used to be part of this British invasion.
And was a TNA Global Champion, and he left the British invasion for this.
Right.
Damn, TNA, what were you thinking? Damn, what a way to kill his career. He's going to follow this dude around, and then after the performance he gave last week, and then what he and Robbie E. tried to do the week before when they couldn't do jack shit to him.
Mm.
Samoa Joe, just, no. Just no.
Now, the shot heard around the world. I'll be honest with you guys. I missed this. So, Red, if you mind breaking it down for everybody, what happened when I went to go get a damn cheeseburger? From what I hear, is AJ Styles was in the ring, Bobby Roode was in the ring, everybody was complaining about something, and then that's when I took off.
All right, this is the deal. Bobby Roode came out complaining about how when Austin Aries was champ that he would never ever get another title shot. Says now that he's not the champ anymore, he wants a shot at the title. He felt like that should have been him wrestling Hardy last week instead of Angle. So here comes AJ, comes out. He's like, well, guess what? I deserve to be the champ too, and I'm not in the picture. So, you know what I'm saying? And he's basically telling him, why are you whining? I mean, you were the longest reigning champ, so what the hell do you have to whine about? Wham.
Wham, Bobby Roode, more like Binky Roode. Wham.
Then he says, you know, I have basically said I've been through more shit than you have this past year being in, you know, in the scandal with pictures and seeing getting on elevators with the opposite sex. There seems to be something going on with people named AJ. And I was like,
oh, wow.
Bad.
Wow, are you serious? I was like, WWE, did you see that?
Wait a minute, I got something to say about that. Didn't Sting basically say we've got young guys that want to fight, not to eat? Isn't that kind of another shot at? Isn't that kind of a shot at Ryback too? Now that I think about it,
I don't know, right?
If you listen closely when Sting was saying that, it sounded like a shot at Ryback as well. So I think they were kind of pulling the trigger at WWE more than once tonight.
I mean, if it's true what you guys are saying, I mean, wow, they are not taking a back seat to the Big E. I mean,
do you think it's Bush League though?
It's what?
No, the fact that they're taking this many shots at the WWE. Do you think it's Bush League or something like that? Like, what do you think about it?
From what I'm hearing right now over on the IWC Internet World Community, it seems like this could be a setup. This is just for ratings. This is another way just to get the buzz going. But at the same time, it's like, wow, you had the nerve to actually say something like that. And if all you people understand and know is the fact that Kurt Angle has been talking shit on Twitter right now about WWE, saying about how they stole their stories and this and that, and it's a slight difference. I'm not gonna lie, it's a slight difference. Now, if AJ comes out to be pregnant,
AJ in question is a female instead of a male.
That's my next point. It's like if AJ comes out pregnant next week or next month, then I'll admit, yeah, WWE's trying to fuck around.
For the fact that.
Well, we know that's not gonna happen because she just got through having a match with Beth Phoenix, so.
Exactly.
Unless they're gonna say they were getting, Cena was consoling her and they got it on that night.
Yeah.
Oh no! What are they gonna post pictures of Cena being drugged out of a sleep too, or something? Oh no!
Is something wrong with your phone, Julian? You sound like you're a robot.
No, my phone's all right.
Okay.
I'm just tired from work and all.
Yeah, but Red, when you heard this, what were you thinking?
When he said that, I was just like, "Wow, really? Or we're gonna do this now?" I was like, but you know what? For the things that's been going on and said like lately, making me think that like I've been thinking this for a while. I don't know if anybody else is on me with this, but kind of thinking that the Big E and TNA is in cahoots with each other. I'm just gonna say that.
I agree with you on that one. Something's up because that was one of those things where it's like me and you. If I could go on Facebook right now and say, hey, you know what, Red? I was messing with your chick last night and be like, just kidding. Like, it would be that cool, I don't mean it.
Right.
It's like, I don't mean it. But the thing is, it's like, I said it. But it's like, I'm over here going, ha, ha, ha. Now, everybody else is going like, what the fuck did Al just do? What did he say? Like, why? But it's like, we're cool with each other. So, it'd be funny to us. Everybody else would be like, And I think that's the way these two companies are fucking around with us right now.
Right.
I mean, that's what it seems like. I mean, to me, something's fishy. Something is up. And for all you marks out there, no, WWE did not buy TNA. I don't think they ever will, to be honest with you.
No, they won't.
And just, and for all you marks out there, just to be in cahoots with each other, nobody has to buy anybody else. They can come to some kind of agreement because there has been a pending lawsuit. So they could have settled their differences out of court and just decided to work together to hey, you know what? Let's shake shit up. Let's make it interesting. Let's take shots at each other just to get people into this shit.
Right.
Which I think that would be a smart ass move. I mean, hey, you'll get more people interested and you'll get people talking. It'll definitely get people talking. It's just like that shit got people talking.
Not to change the subject, but it's the same thing the way the whole East Coast, West Coast, rap war started, You had one person saying something and the other person saying something, but yet at the time, both Biggie and Tupac, their sales were up through the roof.
So it was basically like just talking and then it spread like wildfire.
Exactly. But at the same time, all this bullshit is going on. It's like their record sales were through the roof. It's like people forget about that. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the same thing when the way I agree with Red. Hey, it's like let's collab real quick. Let's make something happen. Let's make a quick buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, that goes back to what we were saying before. Is wrestling dying?
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
What I'm saying? And this could be their way of getting wrestling interesting again.
You took the words right out of my mouth, dude. It's like, seriously, like, could this be a new turning point? And what a coincidence. That's the name of the pay-per-view coming up next.
Right. Exactly.
Mm.
I mean, hey, for me being a big wrestling Mark fan, I would love to see some kind of. I mean, this is just a dream, a wet dream of seeing a WWE or TNA invasion story.
It
Then
could
the
work.
problem goes with who would they have win, or would it just be like one where nobody really wins? And we also need to make sure that ego does not overcome common sense, which has always been the problem, if you ask me, and you can look at it through history. After the territories were done away with, ego, a lot of times, has overcome common sense. That's the one thing I'd be afraid of when we get into stuff like this. That's the biggest.
You know what the E, it's always, you know what the E, it's always money talks.
Right.
Straight up. Money always talks with them.
mean,
It is, but at the same time, Vince is always money talks, but you know how much he does not like competition.
Right.
Which goes first,
that's
money
the key
or his ego?
That's the key thing. There's like Vince could take a bunch of hits right now. He could take a bunch of hits from TNA. Okay? At the end,
certainly would not do him as bad as the hits Linda takes.
Yeah,
from her
but
political
the thing is, at the end, Vince still stands on top. Yeah, TNA, you just made a few $1,000, but I'm a billionaire, motherfucker. At the end, you know.
I mean, the Carters are rich too, but when it comes to stuff like when it comes to TNA, though,
it's like he'll throw another grenade at Dixie Carter, be like, "Booyah! I just stole AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and Austin Aries. What now?"
Although he'd probably make them look like crap if they came from another company. You do know that, right?
Hey, he did it. He did it to WCW.
Exactly.
He
and
only
TNA is always considered a poor man's WCW by many people.
Yes, 2.0. But moving on, I mean, this is we'll come back to this maybe a little later. But moving on, I mean, this conspiracy continues because then you got good old Matt Morgan, Joey Ryan talking about how they're gonna hit the ring and destroy everybody in sight.
Right. Well, this right before then, I love the segment between Matt Morgan and Hulk Hogan when Hulk Hogan was doing the grand opening of his little store or whatever, and Matt Morgan showed up and just straight punked him.
Right.
And like I said before, I love the fact that he just calls him Terry, just like Terry.
He didn't even bother calling him Hulk. He's just like, I'm calling you Terry. Deal with it.
He's like, no, what the fuck are you gonna do about it, Terry?
What you gonna do about with your artificial hip and all them pain meds that you took for that artificial hip going right to your head?
I mean, ever since Matt Morgan's come back, he has been straight beastly.
Straight badass.
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt Morgan is also, once again, TNA. You're letting your talent ad-lib stuff, and perfect.
And I've always thought Matt Morgan was pretty good on the mic, to be honest with you. But right now, the promos he's cutting right now are, I gotta say, they're really good, in my opinion.
That's the whole key thing is he's being himself, and they're letting it run with it. And for all you marks out there listening on this, no, it is not the Click 2.0. They're not coming back.
You know what? If Morgan and Joey Ryan ever became a tag team, they could be called Sleaze Print.
Right. But see, here's the deal. A lot of people have been posting up about that lately. Is Joey Ryan and Matt Morgan the new Kevin Nash and Shawn Michaels? Honestly, no. There's no fucking way.
No.
I love Joey Ryan. Don't get me wrong. He's my boy. He grew up out here in Southern California. He's wrestled out here in the independent scene for a long time. But no, they are not the new Click. They are not trying to take over TNA like that. But
I mean, no offense to Kevin Nash, but Morgan is not hobbled up, and to the point where he's had repeated surgeries on on his legs. No offense to Kevin Nash.
But on the positive side, no, that's not. It's not going to happen. But up next we had Joey Ryan going. Up next we had Joey Ryan going up against RVD. Wow, I didn't see this one, but I mean, I didn't really see this one coming. I really thought RVD was going to whip his ass, but I guess not.
Nope. Well, Joey Ryan did just get his contract. They're not going to start making him look weak when he just got a contract with him.
Exactly.
I actually was not surprised Joey Ryan won, especially with Morgan at ringside. And I'm starting to think this could be Joey Ryan getting the X Division title eventually. Since they decided to just take it off the team Ion with RVD getting the belt, I figured maybe why not? Why not give Joey Ryan a big push and let him defeat Mr. Thursday Night for it, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, Red, I know you like making beats. What do you think about Joey Ryan's music?
I love that. It just sounds like a 70s porno, and I just love that. I mean, it fits so well with his character.
It's got that porn stash.
I mean, even he said that he could take the X Division, the title, make it an X title. I'm like, wow, really?
Make it X-rated.
Make it an X-rated title. I'm like, that's fucking awesome.
And that's why he says legalize sleeves. That's why it's called Mr. Sleeve, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the porn stash seals the deal, obviously.
Yes, I love the stash. I love the porn stash.
You know, I've come a long way from calling him the love child of Ron Burgundy and White Goodman, but I gotta say, dude's impressing me. I'll give him that.
What's up with you and love childs, man? That's the second time I heard you say that tonight.
Well, I mean, I say that all the time when they're young. I mean, he looks like the love child of John Cena and Brian Gumble.
It's
so, I mean,
Brandon, the love child dueling.
You can't tell me. I mean, for Pete's sake, people call him Black Cena all the time. I mean that stuff writes itself.
You better be careful. That is Shayna's cousin. She'll RKO you.
Yeah.
I haven't said that in a while, so I'm not bringing it up.
Moving on, main event time. Bully Ray going one-on-one against Devon. Early in the night, Bully Ray said, "I want a piece of my own brother."
Right. Oh, and let's not forget about the incident that happened earlier when Sting came out there and said there was gonna be an unmasking tonight of one of y'all. So get ready, because one of y'all will be unmasked.
Exactly. Did I see this coming? No way. Did you guys?
Well, the fact that they were going to reveal
Luke Gallows? I wasn't expecting for them to unmask one of them tonight, but the one that they did unmask, I saw. That's who I saw. I knew he was going to be next.
And what he's talking about, ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Park ended up interfering into this match as well, a.k.a. Abyss. He ended up he was about to get power slammed, but before that, he reached over, he pulled the mask off and revealed it is the one, the only Luke Gallows is now part of TNA, which he did. He did sign a contract maybe about 2 months ago. So this one was kind of
go ahead.
This one was coming. I mean, this one was really coming, but I didn't think he was going to be the first one. I really thought Westbrook was going to be the first one, but yeah.
And then he proceeded to choke slam Joseph through the table. So there was a lot of good that unmasking did there.
Oh man, Red, it is funny when these guys commentated. It's that guy. We know him. I know him.
Right.
It's him. It's him. I'm like, dude, just say his fucking name already, man.
Right. Like, okay, we know who he is. What's his name?
It's him. I was like, all right, so his name is him now.
If Luke Gallows was a big star, they wouldn't be talking about him like that, you know.
Right. I honestly thought, like I said before, I honestly thought it was going to be either Wes or Chris Masters. I mean, those are my next two choices to be unmasked.
I don't know. They might save Wes for a bit. I don't know. It seems like they might save Wes for a little later, though. Yes, man.
He'll probably be the wink, wink, the shocker at the last one, probably.
Yeah, probably.
One of the shockers, anyway.
And
Along
Kurt
with
Angle,
if Bully or
yeah, Kurt Angle,
Ray
you got Kurt Angle turning around and being like, Wes, what are you doing? It's like, oh, shit, it was me all along. Like, really? We knew that, too.
Because you noticed that when Wes was, when he was with the TNA roster, the Dirty Blonde wasn't with him.
Right.
But when
and
he
then
was not,
when he wasn't
there
with
fighting
them,
with
the Dirty Blonde was out there.
But when the Dirty Blonde was out there with the Aces of the Eights, he was nowhere to be found. But the rest of the roster was out there. So, what's up with that?
Exactly.
Well, I guess that spells it out for you right there.
And another person, you know, they were talking about there's a smaller guy in there. You know who I also? It's hard to believe that Gary Bischoff was running around with Diva that whole time and not knowing what the hell was going on. I'm like, dude, you stuck to him like glue. So how in the hell do you not know he's Aces and Eights?
Right. By the way, Garrett cut a pretty decent promo on the backstage. I thought Bully Ray was gonna bitch slap his ass, but
nope,
Garrett
not face Bully Ray. Face Bully Ray doesn't slap people like that. No.
He will eventually.
Eventually, if it's someone that pisses him off, but it's just. I'll ask later. I'll ask later about Bully Ray later.
I'm kind of wondering, do we have a face Bully Ray, or is this just the act he's putting on a one? Because in that match, that main event, it seems like neither one of them were really trying to fight each other.
Exactly. You know what? I said this a while back. I asked Ro, do you think Bully Ray will be the leader of Aces and Eights? He said possibly. Now, my question to you guys is this. Could he be the next leader? Because that's what it's kind of leaning towards. If you look at it from a producer's eye, yeah, there's for some weird reason, Bully Ray could never get attacked by these guys. Because either one, he has something in his hand, or two, he has backup. My thing is, why are they holding Bully Ray so obvious? Like, okay, something's going to happen between him going back into a heel turn / being the leader.
But you know what this might remind me of if he ends up being the leader of Aces and Eights, or at least a part of Aces and Eights? Like how he's trying to get his hands on Devon and stuff like that. You remember back in 2009 when Samoa Joe got back from his arm injury at the hands of the Main Event Mafia, and he was going after Kurt Angle first and foremost, and then he did what he did at Slammiversary that year, and
right.
it was revealed that he had planned all the attacks with the Mafia in advance before he went out and attacked them all. A brilliantly thought out plan. What if this is a bit of the same thing?
I don't know about that one. Red?
I don't know. If he's not the leader, I would say maybe the VP.
I think like he'd be like somewhere like kind of around the same position as Devon, maybe since Devon's the quote sergeant in arms. Bully might be a little bit higher, like he'd be the, like you said, the vice president or something like that. But yeah, he'd probably, if he's not the leader, he'd probably be at least second in command, or maybe the same position as Devon, because there's probably more than one sergeant in their group, I guess.
Exactly. I mean, TNA has been doing a decent job of hiding who and how are these members, who's the leader, who's not the leader, who's in charge, who's not in charge, who's the recruiter, who's not the recruiter. But for some weird reason, like I said before, for some weird reason, they keep on having Bully Ray in the shadows. Like, we could see you. It's like that fat kid hiding behind that little tree. It's like, we could see you, but
for the fact that
okay.
Right. I mean, you're right. They have done a good job considering who they are. I mean, because, like I said, that Bound for Glory, when they unmasked Devon, you can hear a fucking pin drop. That's how quiet it is. That's how shocked everybody was.
Exactly.
It's like, what? D1? We thought he was gone. Like, but in that state, I mean, at the stadium itself, I mean, at the place, you could hear a fucking pin drop. That's how quiet everybody was. Like,
Fuck yeah.
wow, everybody's mouth disappeared.
Bro. You're totally right about that one. I mean, seriously, the whole arena just stood quiet, like, oh, shit, Eva, really?
I mean, it was like shit just got real.
Exactly. Now,
and then the promos he's been cutting since he came back to TNA, since he's been with Aces and Eights, tell you just got real.
exactly. Now, let's talk about this whole thing put together with the TNA situation, both negative and positive. Are we going to see a new TNA, or is this something that's just going to be written off quickly? I mean, what's going on here? Are they fucking with our minds? Let's be honest.
I'm hoping we see a new TNA. I'm hoping that this storyline right here gets the ball rolling in a different direction. I mean, because lately, they've been stepping up on their storyline. And I guess you can call it due to the change in writers because you no longer have the putz-ass Vince Russo writing for them. So, hey.
Well, they haven't had him writing since what, last year, maybe this year? So, I mean, he's been gone for a while, so I just think...
Yeah, but since he's been gone, they've been improving. I mean, Like,
they have been. At first, to me, it didn't seem like they were improving as soon as he left. To me, it seemed like they were still doing pretty crappy as far as storylines go, even after he left. But they have improved, I'll give them that, and I'm glad.
Yeah, but they had
that
to
shows me
they had to adapt to the change.
Serious.
They had to have that time to adapt to it. So now they're adapted to the change, and writers and head writers, shit's just getting better. The storylines are getting way better.
Although here is a problem. The storylines get better and everything. Some of the talent that they had obviously is lacked, or the talent that they're not using. I mean, other than ODB, Tess, and Tara, lately it's been just those three. And now it's probably going to narrow down to two.
Their knockout division is just real shitty. That's all I'm saying.
It is. That's the bad part. The knockout it's looking, I hate to say it, as far as pure numbers-wise, it's looking worse than the Divas division, numbers-wise.
Right now.
Match-wise, I'd still say the knockouts are better, but just, I mean, like we said, there's only three really being shown because Gail Kim hasn't been seen anywhere. Madison Rayne has not been seen anywhere, and who knows what happened to Sarita and Rosita. I'm surprised they're still with TNA, and then it was only like a month or two or even three that Winter left, and she hadn't been used for a whole freaking year prior to that.
I mean,
it's just...
They're probably...
And then the whole thing with the contract where it's like, we're only going to do per appearance. They decided to pull the paid per appearance crap, but they don't get appearances. They can't get paid. And then...
Dueling!
No, forget it.
Are you okay, Tulane? Are you okay? Just let it out, please. Are you frustrated with TNA?
Well, when it comes to that, I am. I'm not going to sit there and support everything TNA does. That whole paid per appearance crap, and then you don't let them go on independent shows that have DVDs on them, that are made into DVDs and crap like that. Even though a lot of those talents you don't use anyway, so they can't get paid. Rosita herself talked about that she had to become a friggin' Zuma instructor because she wasn't making enough just being with TNA, apparently. And she can't...
even though they might not be your TNA, but they can go to their other promotion and wrestle, because they're partnered with AAA, so they can go down to Mexico if they want to.
Right.
By the way,
I don't know about Sarita, because I'm hearing like she got blacklisted there or something.
No, Sarita's still in Mexico, by the way. Just FYI on that one.
I thought she was going through. I thought she was going through like some real trouble somewhere or something like that.
No, false allegations.
Okay, I was wondering about that.
So she's still down there at AAA wrestling?
Actually, CMLL.
Oh, okay.
Which is WCW 2.0 out there.
Wow. Okay.
Wait, what do you mean by WCW 2.0? You mean like pre-NWO WCW or post-NWO?
Oh, hell no. Don't even call them NWO. No, man. This is WCW out there. But, no, it's 2.0 of AAA.
Okay.
Let's just say when you see that, you'll know the difference of style of wrestling between the way you would see Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. It's a big difference.
Okay. All right, then we can go by that.
Yeah. But
Minus
gentlemen,
the botching by Sin Cara, by the way.
Gentlemen, we are running out of time. Before we go, just wanted to remind you guys to check out WCC's network, going down every Monday night. It's the Uncensored Show, 30 minutes after Raw. Also, Tuesday nights, it's Overload with myself and T-Shawn Jones. On Wednesday night, Maurice, Rockin' Reese. I hope you're okay out there. I know you were like near the storm and shit. You know our numbers. Get in contact with us. If you're listening to the show, get a hold of us. We're a little worried about you. We haven't heard from you in about a good week. But hopefully next Wednesday, Rockin' Reese returns to his show every Wednesday night. Thursday night, of course, TNA Recipe with your host, good old Brian Jones, and of course, Ro Robinson couldn't be here tonight. Filling in for him tonight will be Brandon Dillon and myself. And every Saturday night, don't forget to check out Breakdown with Mr. Chris Team Bring It, alongside with Rockin' Reese again. For those of you that got Twitter, follow us on Twitter at WCC Live. Also, if you got Facebook, add us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Wrestling Commentary Central. Anything else you guys want to plug in? Go ahead.
As El said, we are a Facebook page and our Twitter page and everything like that. So, hope you enjoyed the conspiracy theories that Brian came up with and things like that. And I have one thing to say. I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind. Next time.
All right. I like to plug it, so plug it up.
All right.
Also, go to Facebook, go to pages and check out my group's page, Men of Passion. We're on there. Follow us on Twitter at Men of Passion 12. And that's about it.
Yeah. Hey, check out his music, support the scene. For more information, go to WCC Live on Twitter. My name is EL.CIBERNETICO, along with Brandon Dillon and the Big Red Machine, Brian Jones. We will see you next week on the TNA Recipe. Good night.
Allah.